they have this big misconception that we as Muslims find it so offensive. So this Christmas tree behind me, it's so offensive to me. When I see it, I start crying and I'm like, oh no.
Why is it that women are being punished? Why not the men being punished? Why was it
why can't women
bury a 9-year-old?
Why
And why can't women leave their homes without a man?
Why was the Quran written
Why
in Arabic?
does it say in your book, kill them where you find them?
Now, what I wanted to mention to you guys, brothers and sisters, is that on that day, a man came and invited me to a Christmas carol. Yes, they said that, why don't you come and join us? Yeah, okay. And I'm going to play that little video of the man himself. Actually, let's watch that first. Let's watch that first, inshallah, yeah? And let's see what exactly happened.
While I was at Speaker's Corner, I had an interesting little dialogue with a gentleman that we're all probably familiar with, a gentleman called Ali Dawah. And Ali Dawah seems to want to come and speak at our events. So I went up to Ali, I said, Ali, what about coming to the carol service? I would like to cordially invite you to come and sing praises to God. You are a religious man. Let's worship God together. Of course, Ali turned me down very, very politely, very polite young man that he is. And he said to me, he said, well, would you pray with me? I said, well, I don't pray with anyone, Ali. But I'll be praying to my God and you'll be praying to your God. So the dialogue went backwards and forwards, and it was good-humoured, it was light-hearted. And I walked away from meeting Ali Dawah, and I thought, what a terrible tragedy Ali Dawah's life is. A nice, polite, intelligent young man who is zealous and passionate about what he believes, totally committed to his belief system.
Now you can see from this gentleman his take on the matter, how he came and invited me, and I kindly rejected. The reason I rejected is because it's against my religion to be involved in that, because we believe that shirk is the biggest sin. So I'm not going to go there and glorify Jesus, when I believe Jesus is a prophet and we worship the one who created Jesus. So this man came and I politely refused, and the reason I refused to do so is because if I said to him, would you come and pray with us? He said, yes, I would, but I would praise Jesus. I said, exactly. So the thing is, I have no problem with you celebrating your Christmas or whatever it may be, singing Christmas carols or whatever it may be. To be honest, if you go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, Jeremiah 10, verse 1 to 5, it clearly tells there, this is a description where it says, do not cut trees from the forest and bring them to your houses and decorate them. Yeah. So the Bible is against the Christmas tree concept, not us Muslims. And even if you look at some of the scholars who have given exegesis of this verse, they say that this is not referring to Christmas trees, but even still they agree that Christmas and the Christmas tree has got nothing to do with Jesus or his birth. So the Bible is more against you than we are. And this is one big misconception that a lot of people have. So they have this big misconception that we as Muslims find it so offensive. So this Christmas tree behind me, it's so offensive to me. When I see it, I start crying and I'm like, oh no. There's this misconception that when you guys, like non-Muslims, have pork, we feel that deeply saddened. And even at one instance when the far right came to the park, we had a lady called Amy who was waving ham at us like we're vampires. When the vampire sees a garlic, we're just like, oh no, stop it, we're going to pass out. So this misconception out there of whatever it may be, like Muslims have a problem with Easter, that's why Tesco's have stopped selling eggs. This is a big misconception. A big misconception. Should I tell you guys why? Because if we look in history, for example, when the Prophet, peace be upon him, like for example the Treaty of Najran, yeah? The Christians used to live there. This is one of the treaties. The lives of the people of Najran, Christians, and its surrounding areas, their religion, their land, their property, their cattle, and those of them who are present or absent, their messengers, their places of worship are under the protection of who? Allah and the guardians of his Prophet. Their present states shall neither be interfered with, nor their rights meddled with, nor their idols deformed, no bishop should be removed from his office, the intentions being that no change in whatever state everyone is shall be made, etc, etc, etc. Now, the question that needs to be asked is this. When the Muslims were ruling over the Christians and the Jews, when they had power, they did not do this. So when they were in power, they did not come and say, you're not celebrating Christmas, you cannot do this. Your churches, whatever you had, can stay with you. they lived under peace. Not like when the Crusaders came and slaughtered men, women and children, like his happy days, in the book of Samuel chapter 15 verse 2 to 3, where it talks about God ordering to go to the Amalekites and slaughter men, women, children, babies, donkeys, you know. So the issue here is this: when the Muslims were in power, they did not impose their ideas and stop the Christians or the Jews from practicing their faith. What makes you guys actually believe and think that when we're living in your lands, and we abide by the law of the land, as Muslims we should? So what makes you think that when we're in power we did not do it, but when we're not in power we're going to try to impose this? This is a big lie. It's a fallacious reasoning. It's actually pathetic. I'm being very straight up with it, and I've told them that when they came to me telling me, come on, get involved with the Christmas spirit, whatever it may be, I said, look, I have no problem, zero problem with you celebrating Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, whatever it may be. Me personally, I will not be involved. I will tell my fellow Muslims to also not get involved. But you, in your country, you can celebrate what on earth you like. It's got nothing to do with me. So I just wanted to make this video for you guys near Christmas. It's nearly Christmas. Share this with your friends and family, especially non-Muslims. I want you guys to understand that we are not here to take over with the Sharia, whatever. We're not here. And you guys very know that with me specifically and our team, where we confront certain Muslims who are brainwashed, Anjem Chowdhury's followers, we have confronted these people. Why? Because they give us a bad name. Now, just a few things I want to finish off with. Historians, yeah? These are non-Muslim testimonies, people who lived under the Islamic rule, not the fake ISIS scumbags. Nestorian John Berpenke in 690 expressed fascinating sentiments regarding the reign of Muawiyah, yeah, radiallahu anh. The peace throughout the world was such that we have never heard, either from our fathers or from our grandparents, or seen that there had ever been like that. Yes? Bernard the Wise, a pilgrim monk, visited Egypt and Palestine in the reign of Khalif al-Mu'taz, 866 to 869. This is what he stated: the Christians and the pagans, the Muslims, i.e. the Christians and the Muslims and the pagans, that's why he classified the Muslims as pagans, yeah, have this kind of peace between them, that if I was to go on a journey and on the way my camel or donkey which bore my poor luggage was toddied, I think it meant that, you know, it couldn't operate anymore, and I was to abandon all my goods without any guardian and go to the city for another pack of animal, when I came back I would find all my property uninjured and in peace. This is non-Muslim testimonies who lived under the Sharia. Yes, the Sharia that you're so scared about, yeah? They lived, and these are their testimonies. So brothers and sisters, in a nutshell, very simple, and to our dear friends who are watching this, I've said this before, I'm an Orthodox Muslim. I've made this very clear when I confronted Tommy Robinson. I'm not here to sugarcoat my religion. My religion comes first. I'm a Muslim first. Islam comes first for me. So now, I'm telling you very straight up to your face the very following. Me, Muslims, we don't have no problem with your Christmas. Celebrate your Christmas as much as you like, yeah? I'm in Turkey right now, yeah? We got invited by some of our dear guests. We're in Turkey. This is a Muslim country, you can say. I've seen more Christmas trees here than I've seen in England, yeah? Everywhere. So the issue is, if it's such a big thing, because it's become a cultural, traditional thing, we have atheists, and even have some Muslims who celebrate this, which they shouldn't. But you celebrating Christmas, eating pork, having bacon, sausage, whatever it may be, yeah? You can do as you please in your lands. We're not here to take over. It's just a little misconception that was there, and I wanted to highlight a few issues, and I want to kind of thank the gentleman who said some kind words towards myself, and he said, you know, that I'm a gentleman, you know, I'll kind of, I can be quite a gentleman as well, yeah. So I just want you guys to know that Tommy Robinson and his likes want a civil war between us. It's not going to happen. We're not going to allow it to happen. While Tommy Robinson is sipping his tea in his comfy home, probably £1 million, who's getting 100 grand a year making money, and people like Anjem Chowdhury and ISIS who are brainwashing our youngsters, when we're fighting each other and killing each other, they're going to be having comfy teas in their houses watching TV. We're not going to allow that to happen. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys have understood this misconception. Hope it's cleared for you guys. Till next time, from me, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.